So I'm gonna do a quick comic book review since I have time to do this. I'll be heading out of town here in a bit, but figure, hey, I still got a little bit of time to kill, so why not do a comic book review? And since I literally just finished reading this one right before making this video, I decided to go with Cosmic Ghost Rider #1. Now, if you haven't read it yet and you don't want to know anything about it, just go ahead and click off. If you already read it, well, you already know what I'm gonna talk about, but I'm gonna go over it anyways. So it takes off, I don't think it takes off at any particular time. It's probably been a while then. If you read the Thanos comic before this came out, and you know he got killed by Silver Surfer, and Surfer used Mjolnir. I think it's Mjolnir. I have a replica of the hammer. I don't even know how to pronounce the name. But the hammer, Thor's hammer. He killed this guy with that hammer. So the beginning is kind of interesting. It just, I'll show you. Just kind of goes over a little bit of Frank here, because if you remember, well, it's revealed that Frank Castle is a Cosmic Ghost Rider. So it goes Soldier, Dead Family, War on Terror, Death. It's Thanos up there. Hell. So I guess he made a deal with the devil. Spirit of Vengeance, Madness, Devour, Cosmic Power, Thanos, Death, and Death. Well, actually, here, look, they show you. That's when he got killed off. You got Surfer there smacking his head off. So, yeah, he didn't last long in that fight. And it goes off to Valhalla. So the guy with the white hair there on the floor, that's Frank. Man, the focus is sucking on this. And so Frank has been dead for quite some time, and he, for whatever reason, he's in Valhalla. And I'm noticing Mr. and Mrs. X #1. That's the cover, in case you didn't know about that. Yeah, they got married and they have their own series again. So Frank's in Valhalla for whatever reason. He's in a scuffle here with I think they said the dude's name. Some guy in the hall. They're in a fight. So he's pretty much like, what is Immortal doing here? Why did Odin bring him here? Blah, blah, blah. Old man must be going soft. And Frank's on the floor, bloodied up. You God, huh? Killed a few of them. What are you the God of? Big talk. So the guy's pretty much insulted. He goes at Frank. Frank needs him. Frank busts him up. And you know, the dude's still talking smack, talking about who trained you how to fight, blah, blah, blah. You know, and then he's all like, Thanos, the devil, and the United States Marine Corps. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm sure it's Corps. The Marines, the United States Marines. So he busts his bottle and he's about to go at the guy. The guy's pretty freaked out about it. You can see there. And Death wins. And it goes on to later, so he's chilling, drinking ale, and Odin approaches him. So at this point, he's a little after the fight. So Odin's like, you know, I heard that you, let's see from here. So Frank's like, what do you want? A warrior of Valhalla traditionally stands while addressed by Odin. Francis Castle. Francis, that's right. Francis. I am told that you severed the nose of Koldax, the grave. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that right. Koldax, not Goldax. Koldax. With a broken shard of goblet this morning. Is this true? Like Koldax, the one who likes to run his mouth about killing little kids during war. And Odin kind of doesn't like that, but he's like, yeah, the guy's a great warrior, but yeah, some kids were killed along the way. I don't know what he's talking about, so I'm not going to even pretend to know what he's talking about. But Odin's pretty much like, look, you're obviously not happy here. Why aren't you happy? You're in Valhalla. You know, I saved you. I ripped time and space to bring you here after you got killed off. And Frank's pretty much like, you know, you did that on your own. I didn't ask for a reward. I didn't ask to be brought here. I didn't ask for none of this. And Odin's pretty much like, man, this ungrateful schmuck. Whatever. And he's like, you know, I can take you anywhere in time, blah, blah. You know, if you don't want to be here, you're free to go. You don't have to stay here. So Frank's like, no, ask me again why I spit in your face, blah, blah, blah. and no one ripped. Oh, because he talks about like, no, I sold my soul to the worst devil ever lived. No, the worst devil ever lived, and still got another chance. I rode with Thanos, and I got a noble death. I get a reward? Well, my family's still dead. No one ever ripped time apart to give them nothing. That's me getting why I spit in your face. So Odin's pretty much like, okay, whatever, you know, come on, come with me. And he explains that I chose to bring you here to Valhalla because you are a warrior of some note, and you were unjustly, I believe, slain by the infuriating hammer my son Thor holds so dear. But if you do not wish to be here, then I will not force you to stay. So he kind of feels bad. It's like, man, my son's hammer was the one responsible for this idiot's death. All right, you know, bring him back this way. So he brings him to. He has Frank follow him, and Frank's like, whatever, I'll go. And he says, in fact, your willful something reminds me. I can't read today. All right. Well, whatever. It reminds me. It's like of some saying from Earth, from Midgard. Midgard is Earth, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too good with the Norse mythology, but I'm pretty sure that Midgard is Earth. So I believe it is F.U. and the horse he rode in. So he takes him to a room, and boom, Frankie's bike is there, his cosmic bike, and Frank's like, what? How'd you get it? How'd you get that here? He's like, I am Odin. If I want it, I have it. You do not deserve to be in Valhalla, Francis Castle. Yeah, I like how he calls him Francis. It's kind of weird. So used to him being called Frank. Francis Castle. Francis's Castle. You are not at rest, and I suspect you never will be. If you believe your eternity would be better spent fulfilling some unfinished vengeful task, then so be it. I have the magic to send you to any time and place in all of creation. Now keep this in mind, any time and place in all of creation. Say it and it shall be done. So, keeping that in mind, he can send Frank wherever he wants, any time and place in the universe. So we're talking time traveling even. So Frank's contemplating it. It's like, will I be me? Will I keep my mind this time? So I will do what I can to mitigate the change, but understand the powers I return to you are not fit for the mind of a mortal, not even you. So Frank seems to be a little more less crazy, and he's like, no, I've been down that road, I ain't going. So all of a sudden his freaking head like bursts into flame, and Odin's pretty much like, I wasn't giving you a choice there. So Odin's pretty much already like had it in mind. It's like, all right, you know what, I don't want you here. Take your bike and get out of here. I'm not giving you a choice of whether you want to leave or not. And of course he's burning, and he got some unfinished business, and he decides, all right, you can send me anywhere in time. At this point, he's his old cosmic Ghost Rider self again, mind-wise and physical-wise too, look-wise. And he decides, okay, send me to Titan. Like that. He's as happy as a biker with his Harley. Alright, and he goes back to Titan. Here's a question ain't never been asked. This is a part where it actually is pretty funny. I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool. How did Thanos survive his infancy to become what he became? Who let that happen? After all, in a world where time travel and time-traveling assassins are fairly common, how come no one ever went back and killed this evil little bastard in his crib? And that's a good, it reminds me of, I never read that series, but I remember reading something about it where they went back in time and they had his chance to kill Apocalypse as a kid. And I think Wolverine was going to take that. And it was like, it's a kid, but we all know who he grows up to be. So it's kind of like that. So I get what he's doing. So this goes back to, I can send you back any time and place in the universe. Just say where, and I'll point you there, and I'll send you. So he decides to go back to where it all began on Titan with little Thanos. So got little Thanos sleeping there, looking cute, chunky baby. And he's about to shoot him, and click. Little Thanos wakes up. He hears that click, he wakes up. So, well, here's your answer. Someone did. And I don't know if it like got stuck or what, but or maybe not. So someone did kill Little Thanos, or maybe not. So I'm assuming he thought he was going to be the one to kill Little Thanos. But Little Thanos, it's still Thanos, and he comes raging at him, and then he gives him his what does he call it again? His prison penance stare. Penance. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Sorry if I'm not. But he gives him that stare, you know, and he goes, "Oh, it's like, let me get a good look at you. This ain't my first time giving Thanos the penance stare. Not by a long shot. Back when I was King Thanos' black right hand, he used to make me give him his presents every morning." I gotta look that up. I don't know what that word means. Now I'm sorry for that, but I'm not gonna sit here and pretend I know what it means. I don't know what it means. Make me inflict all the pain and misery he had dished out of the universe right back into his evil soul. He loved every minute of it. But this, and he stops and he's like, damn it, you're innocent. So, I mean, there's nothing evil about Little Thanos because, well, it's a kid. And what's more innocent than a kid? A puppy and kittens. So, he's like, damn it, you're innocent. This ain't Thanos, not yet. And Little Thanos is, what was that? It felt odd, like. And then he goes, still though, boom! Socks Little Thanos right in the face and knocks him out. I thought that was funny. So, can't kill him, can't leave him. Kid stays here, he'll turn into a monster. Or hell, maybe he will no matter what. Maybe it doesn't matter how much you change things. How many chances you get. Maybe there's no such thing as redemption for the damned. But then again, F it. Only one way to find out. So he knocks him out. He doesn't kill Little Thanos. He's like, you know what, I can't kill him, I can't leave him. So, I mean, maybe it might change something if I do this. Maybe it might not change anything. But screw it. Let's do like Baby Carlos in the Hangover and strap him onto the front there and take him. So my assumption is he adopted Little Thanos, the one that he just knocked out. I just thought it was funny. A little kid comes flying at him and just decks him in the face. And it says to be continued. So here's a look at the next issue. This giant great white chart. There you go. That's the best I can do with focus. So you got Megalodon there after Cosmic Ghost Rider, which reminds me of that movie Meg that comes out this month, next month, something like that, with Jason Statham. As corny as it is, I actually want to watch that. I don't know if I want to watch it in theaters, but I want to watch it. But yeah, that's the gist of this. Did I like it? Yes, I liked it. I thought that last bit at the end was funny. He just punches a little kid and kidnaps him. I don't know if he's his adopted son now or what. But it was interesting that it's still, because yeah, he didn't last long against Silver Surfer. He lasted like a minute. Got his head knocked off, so it was kind of interesting to see. I'm like, well, all right, well, Cosmic Ghost Rider, where are we going to go with that? Is this going to be like a prequel, or what's going on? So, I mean, they probably did talk about it before it even came out. I don't know. So it's new to me. I didn't know nothing about this. So it's kind of interesting to see, oh, he was in Valhalla, and Odin had taken him because he felt guilty that Thor's hammer was the one responsible for the dude's death. And it's pretty cool how he went back in time to when Thanos was little, trying to assassinate him. He contemplated that. Thanos still a little kid, he's innocent, and so he decides to knock him out, kidnap him. So while I check out the second issue, I actually put it on my pull box list. So the second issue will be in my pull box. But yeah, I liked it. We'll see where it goes from there. I'm interested in that giant Megalodon that's chasing him now. So yeah, that's all I got for this comic book review. If you already read this, I know I had someone comment on Comic Book Picks that they picked it up, haven't read it yet. You'll probably like it. And that's all I got. If you read it, you want to give your thoughts on it, go ahead and do so in the comment section. If yeah, like if you thought it sucked, if you liked it, if you can't wait for the second issue, if you thought it was whatever it be, go ahead and do so in the comment section. Leave your comments there. And that's all I got for this comic book review. And I will be heading out of town in a bit here, so you guys have a good Friday. You guys have a good Saturday and Sunday. Have a good weekend. If you live in the desert like I do, It was like 117 yesterday. So if you're out and about, stay cool. Drink your water. I'm hearing even California's getting kind of toasty, and that's where I'm heading. And not what I want to hear when I'm heading to San Diego. But yeah, stay cool. Have a great weekend. And until next video. Bye.